What's going on, everybody? Gamestradam here. Hope you guys are doing well and had a lovely Christmas and Christmas break so far. I swooped up the Dead Space 2 demo the other day. Yeah, unfortunately this isn't the full game, just the demo. Full game doesn't come out for like I don't know 3 weeks or so, a little bit over that. But anyway, I swooped up this demo and gave a little playthrough. Thought I'd post a little footage of it if you guys didn't know that it was up right now or haven't experienced Dead Space at all. I guess I'll give you a little background. Without giving the story away and everything, you're pretty much like this space miner in a way. You're kind of like in this mining suit, and all of your weapons, for the most part, like cut things. You know, they're kind of like laser cutters, since that's kind of like the future of mining, I guess. And you face these things called xenomorphs, which are like these mutated humans, which you see here. And with these weapons, you can actually like sever their limbs or cut them in half and do different like moves on them. And when you kill them or cut them in half, and they like regrow and kind of morph into like different things. So it's pretty creepy, especially if you're playing late at night with the volume up. And I haven't played this game in quite some time, not since the first one, so I'm a little rusty. That's why I'm kind of back in this corner here, just fighting for my life. I was probably also playing with my headset on at this time, and all you hear is like these screams and things like running down the hallway at you, which is scary as shit, I'm not gonna lie, when it's like midnight or 1 in the morning and you're alone. This game does a good job of that, as you'll see coming up when they start bringing in mutated babies and children, because you know in a horror game when they start bringing in like demonic children and babies, then you know you're fucked. But anyway, Dead Space is quite a fun game. If you did not play through the first one, I highly recommend checking it out. If you see right here, there's kind of like these little HUDs or displays that kind of pop up in 3D around your guy. The menu system in this game is fantastic. I mean, definitely one of the best in any game, in my opinion. Just because everything is just like real time and like right there within the game, so it doesn't really like take you out of the action. And if you look at the back of his suit, like on his spine there, it's like blue and kind of crawls up, and there's that other little bar that's blue on the right side there that's like in that little half circle. The game's kind of cool because there's really no HUD. You can tell how much life your guy has and energy based on just looking at his suit and like how lit up those lights are. So it's really cool because it just really takes you and pulls you into the game. And everything's just kind of right there in those little pop-up HUDs, or just looking at his suit, you can kind of assess the situation, which is really awesome. I mean, besides this game, I think Vanquish really nails this like exoskeleton suit. I think there's going to be a lot more games with that kind of thing coming up, like Deus Ex 3 or Human Revolution and that kind of thing. I really like these exoskeleton suits. If you haven't checked out Vanquish as well, that is another absolutely fantastic game. I highly recommend at least renting that. But anyway, back to Dead Space. As you see here, I'm kind of going into zero gravity. I believe they played with that a little bit in the first one. I can't quite remember. It's been a while since I played it, and I just kind of played through it once and returned it. So they've kind of added a couple new things. You saw that little hacking game before where you're trying to hack things. Oh, and note to self, when some dude is dragging you and you're kind of flipping back and forth, it's never a good idea to use like heavy weapons that are very pinpoint precise, because you can't hit shit. Luckily I learned that before this dude puts this claw through my head. But playing through this demo, it looks like this game's a lot more action-packed stuff of like wandering through corridors in silence. Like the beginning of this demo, you're just kind of wandering through these corridors for a few minutes, like, okay, like where is everybody? And then all of a sudden, like they start busting out of like all those vats, like you saw before. So here's these like demon children things that are very creepy, especially as I said, late at night with headphones on. Never a fun thing. And this game's kind of a lot like Resident Evil, where you don't really have that much ammo, and you really kind of have to conserve it. But the controls are also like just, I don't know, just nimble enough for you to kind of navigate, but like you're not very dexterous, so you can't like, you know, barrel roll or run away or run and gun. You know, you have to be like aiming and shooting at the same time. You can't really be like strafing and taking on crowds like this. So you saw that little stasis thing before. He has his ability where he can kind of like freeze time for a second. I guess that's some special mining technique of the future. I don't really know. But besides kind of pausing things, he also has this new kind of like gravity gun thing that he can kind of like suck in items and then repel them. So it looks like they're kind of mixing and matching his abilities a little bit more to add to the puzzle solving and platforming and that kind of thing. So the game looks pretty promising. It looks like they're going to get a little more into the backstory of why everyone's getting mutated and all this stuff. And this time, you wake up a few years after the first game, and you're like on this colony planet, and it looks like. Well, anyway, I don't want to give away the first game if you haven't checked it out. So check out this game, play the demo. You will be very happy if you did. If you like these third-person action survival games, this is definitely one of the better ones. So anyway, I am off to play some Battlefield Vietnam and get you guys some more gameplay footage. So I will be back soon. Have a good one.